we're taking a short break from the plot here to see the things that are still left to do in Ground Zeroes. I was showing off getting these patches that you can collect, but I didn't show getting all of them. And there's just also a couple other random details I never pointed out from like the main mission, so we'll go over those real quick. Before we move on to like the 2 missions you unlock from getting all those patches. First of all, there's that guy you could rescue who's like gonna get executed. If you like go over here really early, you can actually find him while he's still hiding. He's not like immediately grabbed by any of the soldiers or anything. They just like find him after a while. There's an extra conversation that can happen over here depending if you like come straight here to get pause before anything else.
That tape? I tossed it already. It's in the trash up top.
Of course, now that we've already done the update, we just want to scream to Big Boss here. No, don't pick up that tape. Don't do that. There's nothing good that will come from it.
I'll mark the location he mentioned. Go find it if you can.
Boss, this information is gonna stay classified. We might put out like a press release of like a summary, but the world doesn't need to know.
Yeah, but yeah, this cassette tape is on this trash.
Oh no, that's the good one. That's the one good one.
Oh right, that's number 5. Right, but yeah, that tape. There's another tape. This is just the one.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad one, but not the worst one. That one has lots of dog barking in it. But that tape on the dumpster gets thrown away unless you go to that area like immediately. And yeah, I mentioned that you can rescue the other POWs. They get you lots of points, so if you spend a lot of time in this mission, you can still get an S rank just by like saving all of these guys. Every single POW has his own little thing he says to you. They all thank you in a slightly different way. I mean, we're not going to listen to all of them. They're all just kind of like, oh, I'm fucked up, thank you.
At least they're grateful, gosh.
Yeah. But also I mentioned, but didn't show it, that, yeah, if you rescue all of the guys before going to Chico, the cutscene is slightly different, because now there are no guys to, like, start yelling. So instead it's just like, oh no, a Jeep with his headlights is driving really close. It's just a really small variance, but still, they put the effort there. There's one whole little area I just didn't even really go to. There's this other storehouse, and like another drainage ditch.
The drainage channel. You might be able to crawl in there.
Why do you want me to crawl in there so bad, God? Why are you so excited about that?
He loves drainage channels. It's just a thing.
Do you think that's what cable is? We're gonna get the drainage channel on Mother Base.
But yeah, another patch is there. And then the final patch, or one of the patches, is nowhere to be found on the map, but rather instead, you might find it accidentally if you start rolling a lot.
Aha.
Just keep rolling. Boop.
And that jogs your sense memory? That it's in your butt.
It jostles it out.
It shakes it. It shakes that thing.
Yeah.
It's all good. Like, the most intense cutscene in the entire game is like, to wiggle that booty.
Yeah, like the way that cutscene is directed like Snake suddenly having like a traumatic, like, flashback or something.
After going over all the data we've compiled, that looks like the last XOF unit patch. Boss, get back to the mission.
Why were you looking for those? But yeah, those unlock 2 extra missions. And this first one starts off with talking about Schrodinger's cat and how there's so many...
Well, it starts off with the Drake equation. Oh, there's the cat. Okay.
Yeah, it you know, it's just
Drake
like,
Schrodinger's cat. All
yeah,
right.
There's just so many possibilities, so anything can happen somewhere. Originally, Ground Zeroes only had 1 unlockable mission, but the mission was different depending on whether or not you bought the game on the Xbox or PS4, but they have now been unlocked for all platforms.
request to investigate unusual activity at the U.S. naval facility in Cuba. According to our man in the CIA, they lost all contact with the base shortly after a Soviet commuter jet crashed into the coast nearby. But the strange thing is that when comms were restored 24 hours later, the only message received was conditions normal, and that was it. The plane's at the bottom of the ocean now, but before it sank, something escaped the wreckage and made it to shore. The Pentagon's assessment jives with the intel from our on-site informant. Signs indicate that the base has been taken over by some unknown entity. Intelligent beings that attack people and steal their identities. That's right, boss. Body snatchers. The mission we've been given is to exterminate any and all snatchers occupying the site. Now I know what you're thinking. Legendary hero or not, these things aren't exactly your jurisdiction. But we've got a secret weapon. A man from another world. A dark, distant future. A man made into a war machine with no human body for those bastards to snatch. As payment, all we need to do is hand over the XOF badges you've gathered on your missions. Down there are nothing but snatchers inhabiting human bodies. I wouldn't expect to find many survivors. Snatchers occupying the Cuban naval base and prison camp. There's no telling what'll happen to the world if you lose. The fate of the human race is in your hands, Raiden. Snatchers are posing as Marines. To pick them out, you'll first need to mark a target. That'll let you feel them out. With your hardware, you'll be able to see right through their disguise. I've sent the target's predicted field of movement to your iDroid. Wipe out the Snatchers posing as Marines and neutralize all survivors. Destroying them won't add to your kill count. Eliminate the Snatchers. According to our spies from the intel team, they attacked the base the night of the crash, and by morning they had taken the place of the Marines. Are they some creature from another world? Robots built using cutting-edge bionics. We have no idea where they came from or what they want. They might look like us, but the reality is something altogether different. Those things are monsters. As they steal human victims and take their place, the Pentagon has dubbed them Snatchers.
That doesn't sound like the Pentagon I know, but okay, roll with it.
Wait, there's something there. Did they set a trap? Look around carefully.
And like while I was recording this, I was like, oh right, despite being like almost 30 episodes into this LP, we haven't actually encountered Claymore mines yet. Also, Ryan can run really fast.
Yes, ninja run.
Yeah, he's got the ninja run.
Very good.
So yeah, he does play slightly differently from Snake. It's just he runs real fast. It's great. Also, there's a cassette tape here. It's just got a song from Metal Gear Rising and Snatcher on it.
Oh, yeah.
The music from Metal Gear Rising isn't any of the like boss themes though. It's just like one of the random combat themes just in normal combat. But it's still cool.
Someone's there. Try
I
marking
mean,
him.
it'd be fun if it was rules of nature, but like those
Yeah.
are all
Listen, Raiden.
so like story related with their deep, meaningful lyrics.
He's not a Snatcher. But still, there's something not quite right about him.
If only they could have written a new song about hunting down snatchers or something. Also, unfortunately, Quentin Flynn does not voice Ryan in this. Rather, it's Kiefer Sutherland with a weird filter.
Huh.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
So they just took existing Snake lines and gave him a robot voice?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's such a small mission. It'd be weird to have, like, it would be more expensive.
I feel like they might have done it if the game wasn't split in half.
Yeah.
Like, if this was held off to the Phantom Pain release date.
Yeah, they probably would have gotten Quentin Flynn then, but yeah, here's a Snatcher. Also, Ninja Run knocks guys over.
Oh, that's good.
What are those things? Take care of the next one.
Also, all of the music in this mission is replaced with music from Metal Gear Rising. So even the alert music is from Rising.
That is very good.
Yeah.
I like that we came back from the future, and people know that, and they aren't that impressed.
No.
What is that? No mistake, that's a Snatcher. Eliminate it.
Like this is some like weird Terminator 2 bullshit.
Also, another way to, I mean, you know, it's really easy to figure out who's a Snatcher just by marking them, because they got the weird Snatcher bodies. But you can also tell if they're a Snatcher or not because their voices are all weird and robotic sounding, just like Raiden's. They have the same filter on them.
Not the best at infiltrating, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you got X-ray robot eyes, like it's not great.
I'm not saying there's no barrier to entry, but...
Whoa. I'm sad that that guy wasn't alerted when I ran into him, because it's really fun to shoot them while they're still falling over. it just feels like a you are already dead type situation. Like there's nothing they can do to stop it.
It's very good.
No mistake, that's a Snatcher.
It's good. It's already dead.
It's already on it, Miller.
I can tell because it exploded into green-blue fire.
God, I love how quick he runs. Like, there are times where I just wish, like, in missions later in the Phantom Pain where I have different buddies and I can't ride the horse and there's no vehicle, it's like, God, I wish I could run at this speed. Like, you can upgrade Big Boss's running speed. He does run quite fast by the end when he's all maxed out, but it's still not as quick as Raiden.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security test. There's no reason for it to be down.
Do you wish you could play this as Gillian Seed? Gillian.
That's how they say in the game, I believe. Yeah, it's been a while since I played it, but I mean, yeah, that would be cool if there's costume. I mean, they got pretty close to Metal Gear Solid 4 with Chapter 3. But like Snatcher doesn't get a lot of references in Kojima's stuff anymore, except for like, oh, you can unlock like the main theme or something on your iPod.
Comparing this to Snatcher reminds me that this is probably the least horny Kojima game.
Yeah.
And it has quiet in it.
Yeah. That is a weird thing. Like,
I mean, it's one of my favorite character differences between Big Boss and Snake.
Yeah.
Is that Big Boss actually had sex once, but Snake can't shut up about it.
Yeah. I mean, Snake is the guy who, you know, if you take all codec calls no matter what as canonical, is the guy who goes into a locker to jerk off. So...
broken. All Snatchers confirmed eliminated and survivors neutralized. The analysis can wait. We need to get you out of there. I'm sending a chopper to pick you up. Wait for it at the helipad.
Also, it was cool to see Ryan in this because they made an entirely new model. Like, it's not his model from Revengeance at all. They made a nicer looking one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, man, there could have been a second one. There could have been a second one, man.
Reinforcements. Where do they come from?
Space. There's 300 billion planets out there, haven't you heard?
I'll mark the threat with the chopper's searchlight. Eliminate that one first. Nice work. Keep it up.
Now that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like an actual thing, like the most sought out game that's like, you know, oh, it's never gonna happen now, is fucking Metal Gear Rising 2. The only way I can see it happen is if, like, pachinko machines really went down the gutter in profitability and Konami was like, fuck, what we got? I know, we used to make video games.
They're going to make the announcement trailer a hidden unlockable in the Final Fantasy VII remake. Just continue the chain of impossible dreams that come true.
Like, now you just have to hope there's in some kind of monkey's paw thing where it's like, it's Metal Gear Rising 2, and it's a Battle Royale game, or something.
Just 100 cyborg ninjas on an island. That'd be dope.
Yep, it's just 100 of them dropped all into Shadow Moses.
And Shadow Moses is entirely collapsible.
Wow.
It's all voxels, so you can just chop it to shit.
God, the chopper! Do something!
Oh, you're just gonna shoot? I thought you might run on its rockets and chop it in half, or
yeah.
I mean, you can just shoot it if you want.
That's a lot of dudes. The issue with like, it was just so much more effective to jump on the missiles because missiles in the Metal Gear Rising world travel so slowly compared to actual rockets.
Yeah. Nice.
I was so forceful with my run, I missed my CQC.
Big Boss is looking down from the chopper like, wow, 9 years from now, I should be like this guy. 1/3 of the time. Turns out guns are very good. Been a soldier my whole life, and I'm just now learning the value of gun.
Whoa.
I'm not reading anything. Target's eliminated. Yes, right then. Let us go. Get on the chopper. I gotta pull out.
But yeah, just like the instant you blow up that helicopter and Miller's like, oh yeah, there's nobody left. Depending on how well you did the mission, you get a couple different people like chiming in over the codec to say something, and because this is a like an A rank, I believe. Boris from Revengeance came in with his very good Raiden Horror Show quote for when you cut Metal Gear Ray in half.
Fail the mission and Doctor just tut-tuts at you.
Mission clear. You'll be paid as we agreed. Maybe we'll see you again, Raiden.
By the way, later in the LP, I'll have to get into like the mods and stuff that have been made for Phantom Pain, because there is a mod to replace D-Dog with our favorite dog-shaped robot buddy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Boss, the crisis is over, thanks to Raiden. But they never could determine what those Snatchers really were. I just hope they didn't have anything bigger planned. This whole thing was like some bad dream.
Whoa. But yeah, after you beat this, there's 2 costumes you can unlock for Raiden, but unfortunately they're just based on like his most basic armors that were just palette swaps, so they're not too interesting. It's just the white and the green armor.
Well, go MSU, says Raiden.